Well, good evening and welcome back to Formula Pi. We've had a tiny little break because we've had to, have a bit of a gap between the last exciting final that we had and kicking off the new season, and that's what we're here to do tonight. So my name's Claire Pollard, I'm at the Tufty on Twitter. I'm going to guide you through this evening's testing session. This is the first time we've used YouTube, so I'm a little bit apprehensive about how everything works and where everybody is. So I'm kind of learning my way around this as we go. So if things start breaking or things start exploding, then I'm really sorry. It's probably my fault, but we're going to see how we go. So tonight you can just see there on the image Aaron and Tim just getting themselves settled into position there with the robots tonight that we're going to start. Things are a little bit different tonight because, like I said, we're doing testing, so we're not doing the first round of the series yet. This should just be to get everyone used to the new system that we've got, the new robots, and just to make sure that everything is running as smoothly as possible. So I've got a couple of different jobs tonight, which I'm not quite sure how things are going, or if I've just killed the feed. No, I think we're all right. I think I can still see Tim and Aaron there. Excellent. Okay, so we've got Aaron there just walking onto the track, and he's going to set up the first of the robots. So tonight for testing, the first three robots are going to be as they were last season. So we've got the Yeti Borgs, which are the tiny robots that we started with. These were really successful last year. We had a really good race on with the 5 finalists that got in. And we're also going to run these robots, and we're going to run the slightly larger monster Borgs that you saw in the Kickstarter that we launched earlier on this year. So we're going to have 2 different types of robots here tonight. First up, we've got Aaron setting up the first robot. So what I'm going to do is radio up and ask them to start the sequence, or just check that they've started. So you have a radio. So this is like extra control for me tonight. I've got extra things to do, so I may press the wrong buttons. So excuse me one moment whilst I check up with Aaron. Has the 2 minutes started?
No. Do you want me to put the robot on?
Yes, please. Could you start the first robot? So there you go, look, live from the track upstairs. I've got like a little radio and everything. I feel like it's so powerful. I've got all the organisational skills in the world ever and lots of things to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by showing you who is lined up in the gate. If I can find the amazing spin view, which is making a return for the second series, very popular last series, showed who was racing and who was doing what. So first up tonight to do their 2-minute testing, it is, oh god, I've lost my list already, it's all falling apart. It's Also Logic from Wheatley in Oxfordshire. There's a whole fleet of people that have joined in. Look, there's hundreds of people involved in this team. They are an engine diagnostic company, have got people ranging from novices to people who've been coding for years. So really exciting to see how they get on first go tonight. So good luck everyone, and I hope your testing goes really well. It'll be good to see you in the racing series with the Yetis, and yeah, it's, like I said last year, it was really exciting. These robots produced some amazing racing, which I didn't expect. I thought we were going to be a little bit slow and a bit boring, but it was really exciting. So good luck, Also Logic. And I think we've started the 2 minutes, so I'm not sure how far we are into this. So Aaron said he would radio down at the end of the 2 minutes, which means I have to fill until we are completely ready to go. So talk amongst yourselves. Is this live? Is anybody there? Hello? Chat in the chat window if you would. Just let me know that you can see this, because I feel very lonely up here. Because we did it on Twitch last year, which was a new platform for us. So we're not sure how this is going to go, whether this will be better than Twitch or worse than Twitch. So we're feeling our way tonight as much as you guys are learning about the series. So hopefully Auto Logic will get underway soon, and we'll see their 2 minutes. I should have a little timer here. That would be really clever, wouldn't it? Maybe I should do that. So see, last year was so slick and so smooth and so professional, and this year now we're kind of, faffing our way through things slowly. So I'm going to start a top watch for the next one. But this one we're just going to have to see how we go. I can see Tim there in the background. Tim...
We are ready for the lights.
Oh, there we go. There's Aaron radioing down saying we're ready for the lights. So, let me say, ready for the first light sequence, please. And so from now, the team from Auto Logic have 2 minutes testing, so however many laps they can get in. Probably guessing about 5 laps, 6 laps. That's about roughly on the times from last year. We'll see how they go. And Auto Logic are away, so that's good. It's a good green light from them. A little bit sinusoidal on the movement there as they're coming into the first corner, but still making their way around the course. That's good. It's good news. So we're going to see how their times are looking. So now you can see we've got the lovely new timing system. And these cameras, because usually I'm not down here on my own, I have Tim with me to change the cameras. These cameras are changing automatically depending on where the robot is around the track, which is pretty cool, much cooler than last year. So, as you can see, Autologic coming around for their first lap. Let's see how we go. 28.8, that's not bad. I think 24 seconds was the fastest lap time we had last year by Enigma. They said it in the final, and that was a really, really quick time. So 28.8 is not bad for a first lap. That's looking pretty smooth. Got a little bit of a wobble into the first corner, but they seem to be tracking the lines quite well. I'm impressed. They're staying for the midline as well, which is good. Tends to keep you out of trouble. A lot of people seem to faff about around in the insides of the corners and get stuck. But this is looking good from Autologic. This is lovely. Just check the name right. I've got the name right. Okay, so I'm learning all the new team names, new lids, new everything. Oh, 26.8. That's a really good second lap. So stepping up the pace there. That's looking nice and quick now. So only 2 seconds off the fastest lap time that I'm aware of. I should have written that down. I'm very unprepared this time around. You'll have to excuse me. But the automatic cameras are working really well, actually. I'm really pleased with these. It's looking really good. So let's see, for the third lap, 28.5. Still good. Still a solid time. It's looking good. So, as I said last year when we were talking about the robots, the battery life wears down after they've done a few laps. So the lap times will naturally come down. We won't expect to see them getting faster and faster and faster. They tend to get a little bit slower on each lap, depending on if their lines are consistent anyway. You should see the lap times slowly increasing. But this is looking good for Autologic. These should be getting you some good results back. This second lap looks a little bit quicker, maybe? Better lines? Yeah, 27.6. So maybe a little bit of work to do on consistency, but you're going around the track, which is the main thing, right? Props for that.
77, time up.
Okay, that's time up for 77. So right now, what I have to do is go and stop the timer. Hang on. I'm confused as to what to do. I'm going to go and I'm leaving my post for a matter of seconds to go and do something important, and I'll be back. One moment. And I'm back at my post. So sorry about that. This is a little bit higgledy-piggledy tonight because I think we could do with an extra pair of hands. So if anybody wants to come and sit in a cold office in Cambridgeshire and play about with robots in the evenings, then please give us a shout on Twitter at @pi_Borg or at Formula Pi_. We'd love some help. We're quite short-handed, I think, for this new run-up. So I'm going to radio up to Aaron and get them to start the 2-minute timer. So let me radio up. Could you start the next 2 minutes, please? And what I'm going to do is introduce to you the next team that are going to be racing tonight. So I've got so many windows open and so many things to do. This is so complicated. Right. Let's get the spin view back up for the second team that are going to be doing their quick test tonight. So here we go, with a lovely wheel on top of their robot, which I really enjoyed. This is the team Laru K from France, from Villaroche. Nice part of the world. A big love for France. And I love the name of their team, which is named after a local football team called Le Pied Carré, I guess. Sorry about my bad accent. Which literally translates to clumsy feet. So hopefully your robot isn't clumsy and you will actually get around the track and it'll be fairly smooth for you guys tonight. So bon chance, I guess, and good luck. Make sure be rooting for you guys, obviously. First French contestants as well. That's really nice to see lots of Europeans involved. We had a nice team from Spain last year who will be coming up a bit later. So there we go. I can see Laru K are all ready to go and sitting there just doing their 2-minute warm-up sequence. So each robot, when we flick the switch to get them initialized, they have 2 minutes to boot up the OS and get into the ready mode, ready to receive the lights as they're switched on and off. So this is what this 2-minute time is for. It's for me to pad desperately and run out of things to say, and for the OS to boot up and get ready to go. These robots run the Raspberry Pi Zero, so they're not as quick as they could be, but you'll see later on when we use the Raspberry Pi 3s, they still get the allotted 2 minutes because we felt it was fair to do it even with the bigger more powerful pies. So I think we must be coming to the 2 minutes. Forgot to start my timer. I've got so many things going on. So many important things that I need to be doing.
Ready for light.
So there we go. Aaron says he is ready for lights. I think we're ready for the lights too, so I'm going to radio back up and say what I'm supposed to say. Oh God, what am I supposed to say? Okay, start the light sequence, please. There are so many things for me to do. So red, green, red, and... Sorry, green, red, green, and then we go. I'm all of a muddle tonight. I think I'm a bit panicky and fluffy because it's all new. Oh, there we go. So, Laru K off. We're good. We're looking really good. Oh, bit of a wobble into the corner. Going quite wide around the first bend. But looking good now as they found the line coming into the S's. Awesome. So that's a good line following as they went in then to the S's. A much better line than coming into the first corner that we saw there. Taking it quite wide. But still, maybe hoping to slingshot back up the straight. Bit of a wobble coming in out of the headbanger corner. See how we go. 28.1. So that's not that far off the first time. First time we saw was 28. What was it? 28.8. So a little bit faster maybe, but looking good. Hopefully this next time will be even quicker. Let's see how we go. These automatic cameras are wonderful. I don't have to put up with Tim's banter now either. I can just crack on and talk to myself like a mad woman in a room. It's all good. So let's see how we do. Second lap coming round. Probably a 26 maybe we're looking at here. 26 almost on the nose. I'm getting better now at judging my lap times. It is looking quite good for them now. That's, like I said, 24 was about the rough lap time that we had last year from Enigma, who are coming up later on. But this is looking quite good for the team from France. Just reading down there, everyone sends in a little blog piece sort of thing to let us know who they are, which is really nice so that I can talk about you guys and tell the world how amazing you are. So that's 24.8. What an amazing lap! God, I was so busy reading my thing. I missed that completely. Brilliant. That was a really good lap. So whatever you did on lap 3, make notes. Do that again. That was probably about 0.7 off the fastest lap time we've had so far, like ever. So that is really, really good. Well done, Laru K. So they say they've not got a lot of Python experience, but many years in C embedded environment. So I'm guessing hardware stuff or small scale embedded stuff. So that's quite cool. I like that. Tim does a lot of that. We used to do a lot of that, so I know a little bit about that type of coding. But as everyone found out last year, Fortran is
Robot 46, time up.
There's Aaron interrupting me talk about Fortran. So that's it. Robot 46 done. So that's 4 pretty solid laps there for the team from France. Well done. That's really good. Let's see if I can stop this. So I press that button, and then I press this button. I'm getting better at this now. Look at this. Amazing. Right, so that's a good 4 laps. So each of the robots as they're going round will take a log of the laps they're doing and what's seen by the camera and how things are going. And the log is then returned to the racers at the end of the session. There we go. Robot is on. I think that's already switched it on. Let me just double check. Is that my 2-minute timer?
Yes.
Okay, so there we go. Right, so Aaron has already flicked the switch for the last of the Borg robots that are coming up tonight. So, the spin view, let's find it. So many buttons. Let's run it, see who we've got up next. So the last of our Borg competitors for tonight is robot number 72, which is the IQ Audio robot. IQ Audio are one of our sponsors from this series, but they've also decided to enter the race series. So, double amazing, because we get to talk about how awesome your stuff is, but then also talk about how awesome you are at racing, which is wicked. So they're from Cricklade in the UK. We've met IQ Audio a few times at Pie Jams and things, and yeah, generally lovely chaps. So great to have you here, great to have you on board. Good luck for your first test tonight, and I hope it goes really, really well. And we'll talk more about IQ Audio at the end or in the middle when I put the sponsors message out, when we get a bit bored for time. So, wow, that was really quick. So I could see Tim loitering with intent there in the background. And I have got my radio. I feel very powerful with this radio. I don't normally get this much control over things. I normally just have to sit here and make a lot of noise and hope for the best. But it's looking good. I think, yeah, we're ready to go. I'll just wait for Aaron to radio down. And then we can get going. Let's see how we do. It's very, very quiet. If you're out there in the chat, pop in the old chat room, say hi, introduce yourselves. Be good to see you. Any of the contestants are out for last series as well. I'm sure you'll be watching later on, if not catching it on the replay. But yeah, this is obviously the YouTube stuff's all new for us, so we're not quite sure how it all works or what it does. So we're learning. We're picking it up. So
Ready for light start.
here we go. Aaron's just let me know we're ready for the light start. So start the light sequence, please. Okay, so we're good to go. So Tim is ready. So they're green, red, green again, and that will signal to the Yeti Borgs to get off the line. And we go. IQ Audio away. Good start. Let's see how their line is into the first corner. Oh, that is looking very smooth. Oh, that's nice. So they didn't have the sinusoidal movement of the previous races that we just had testing. Oh, a little bit wide there coming into the S's. But we saw that with some of the races last year, and it tended to favour them when they were actually racing. Because the wider lines tended to be not full of robots, which was good, and you got a better line through there. So let's see as they come across the line. 25.9, that is a good lap time, solid. So that's a good starting lap time. Hoping to see a bit of an improvement on the second lap. I think because they have the stationary start and the laser's a little way up the track, it takes a little bit of time for the lap to start. So that's maybe why there's a slight delay. Or maybe the timer starts as soon as the lights are switched. I have to check with Tim on that one. But this is looking good for the IQ Audio team. There's some good lines, really solid racing there. So here we go, coming up to the straight for the second lap. 27.3, not quite as good as the first lap, but still, the really smooth control though. It's looking good. Nice, I mean, the previous ones we saw, they were a little bit more sort of left and right. So it's kind of difficult to tell what's actually fastest, whether keeping it smooth or whether moving quickly is how you're going to get around fastest. From previous, I remember it being kind of sticking to the green and trying to change the outside lines and staying the right way up. That's important. I'm sure you're all bored of me saying that from last series, right? Just keeping repeating myself. So, IQ Audio, 3 laps, 27.5 for the third lap. That's looking pretty good. Some nice consistent times here. So, probably 4 laps is about what everybody else is managing. So at least gives the racers a little bit of feedback as to how their team's doing. And we'll see when they cross the line. 28.3. It's looking good, and I think this is probably going to call time halfway around this lap. But there's some pretty consistent times there. That's nice. There's a good looking lap times there.
72, time up.
And there's Aaron, just as I predicted. Time up for that robot. So I guess that's it. Let's stop the old timer. There we go. So that's it, IQ Audio, they're just gliding neatly under their giant logo on the side. So yeah, big shout out to IQ Audio, thank you so much for sponsoring us, and well done, you've just done your first 4 laps. Hopefully those logs will be really useful and get back to you some really useful information. So now we're going to have a little bit of a break because we're going to change over to the bigger robots that you saw this year in the Kickstarter. So back in March, maybe early March, we started a Kickstarter for our next robot kit. We wanted to increase the Yeti Borgs after people were asking, can we do something with a Raspberry Pi 3? And we said,
Next robot is powered.
There's Aaron just telling everybody what's going on. And I'm just going to show you the difference between the two. So I have a little picture here. So on the left you can see the Yeti Borg, which was just racing, which is a sort of dinky little robot with powered by the Pi Zero. It's run on a 9-volt battery, so it's quite light, it's quite delicate. And to the right is the Monster Borg, which is the robots that we're going on to. Now this was our Kickstarter. It raised a little over £50,000, and you can buy this kit. You can pre-order it in our shop if you want to have one for yourself to play with at home. And this is what we're going to be racing. They're powered by the Pi 3. They've got a huge battery pack underneath that powers them. We were playing with them at the Pi Party and Pi Wars if you came along this year and saw us playing around with robots and messing things about. But that's what we're racing now. We're moving up to this bigger class. These people generally tend to be people who raced last year or people who wanted to step up a class and give the harder class a go. These are harder, I say harder because there's more frame rates you can get out of the Monster Borg. You can get, I think it's about 20 to 30 frames a second rather than I think it was 10, 11 frames out of the Yeti Borg. So there's a lot more movement to do. So you can see the beautiful coloured light underneath the Monster Borg there. That's how we're going to tell which ones are which. I'm going to reset the timer and then I'm going to radio up to Aaron and we're going to get started. Let's see how we go. Oh, I need to do my spinny thing. Hang on. Oh, this is very important. I've completely forgotten. I've forgotten my routine and everything whilst going on about the robots. So, very important. Quickly, we'll go through this. So, first up, the Yeti Borg robots. And rightly so, because they were my favourite team last year. Number 33, the Halo Goodalls from Surrey. They came 5th last year in the overall, in the final. They did really well to get that far. And they were constantly improving all the way through. They just kept getting better and better and better. So this year, they're back. They're on the bigger robots. They've got a lot more power in this robot. So it'll be really exciting to see how they get on. And I met you guys when you came up to the Pi Wars and Robot Wars. And it was really good. Really, really good. So I am just going to finish that spinning and then we'll get on. So I'll let Aaron know. You can start the light sequence now. And we're good to go. So green, and then red, and then green. So the first of the big Monster Borg robots are going away. The lap times for this should be considerably faster. But here we go. God, look how quick that is. Crikey. That was just under 2 seconds through the first check. We were getting about 4 with the other robots. So this should be rapid. See how we go. Coming and finish the first lap. Good first clean lap for the Halo Goodalls there. 17 seconds. Brilliant. First lap with the Monster Borgs ever. Well done. Good lap. So I'm going to keep recording the fastest times to see. So we've got a bit of an idea how people are going. So these, like I said, these robots are a lot faster. They're a lot bigger. They're a lot more durable. We tested it in a quarry just around the corner from the office. 17.17. Getting better as we're going round. That's looking really good times for these robots. So when we have 5 of these on the track, I think it could be quite chaotic. And I'm going to struggle to tell who's first and who's second and how everyone's doing. And you can see we've got the lovely LEDs now that colour the underside of the robots. So it should be fairly straightforward for me to tell who's who. But there's no underside plate anymore. So if you go to the upside down, I might struggle. But we're going to give it a go. So like I said, the Halo Goodalls were in it last year. They came 5th overall last year. Did really, really well. And did really well at Pi Wars this year, I seem to remember as well. So, I mean, double win for the year. That's brilliant. And these times are looking pretty good. Nice and consistent. Obviously learned a lot from last year's series. I think they're going to be the ones to watch, I think, to get through. They're looking really good. 17.4, another respectable lap time. These are all very consistent. It's absolutely brilliant. And we're so happy this is working, because this is kind of the first proper test for these new robots. This is looking really, really good. Okay, so coming round the headbanger corner into the final straight. See how we do. 17.5. God, these are getting really good. These are some really nice times here. I'm really pleased that these are going to be this rapid, and 5 of them is going to be chaos. It's going to be absolute chaos, and it's just going to be mad.
Robot 33, time up.
So there we go. Squeezed in another lap there, and there we go. That's it for the Halo Goodalls. So thank you, and that's well done. Good solid laps there. Hopefully the logs will give you some really interesting things, and we'll see you going even quicker when you come back for the next test. I think it's next week, although it might not be. We're going to have to wait and see. But anyway, we should be now getting ready for the next one of the Monster Borgs to come on the track. So I'm going to let Aaron transfer that over to Tim. These might take a little longer to set up because we're having to change the lids over. We only have 2 robots at the moment, and these are prototypes. We were hoping to have them delivered this week to get sorted, but they've been a little bit slow in getting them delivered. So Tim is having to feverishly in the background, as you can see, unscrew things, get lids on, put SD cards in. He's working like an absolute monster. So the next person setting up to race.
Next robot is on.
There we go. So he's set off the 2 minutes. So next up, I don't have a form for them, so this should be a little bit surprising. We'll see who is settled down in the track for the second of our races. Spin view works. It says, team from the UK, number 70. Who? I've got no information. This is, I'm blind. I am completely blind. I have no information. You are more of an Enigma than Enigma. I know stuff about Enigma. Don't know anything about number 70. I don't know if that's a mistake or whether that's just how it is. But I'm guessing they're from the UK, or that's just the default flag. Who knows? We'll never know. But they're here tonight. They've submitted code. They are real people, we hope, and not bots. That'd be pretty impressive if they were bots, autonomously racing bots in a warehouse somewhere in Cambridge. It's like botception. It'd be amazing. So these are just warming up now for second lap. I have nothing to say. I have no form, so I'm going to have to feverishly pad. So this series is going to kick off proper. I've pressed the wrong button. Excuse me. Oh no. See, it's all going wrong. Oh, everything's broken. There we go. It's come back. That was throwing me now completely because I've broken everything. Oh, this is going horribly wrong. I knew this would, because it's new and every button's new and I'm learning. But we don't know who number 70 are. So it's going to be very exciting to see how they do. The race series will kick off proper at some point in the next couple of weeks. I will tweet out the dates from pi_Borg and from Formula Pi _. There are two main Twitter accounts that we use for this. Pi_Borg does more of the robotic stuff, Formula Pi does all the racing stuff. So that's the split for our social media.
Ready for start lights.
Okay, so we're good to go. Start light sequence, please. So Tim should set off the next robot. There's green, red, green, and it's a non-starter. Oh, nightmare. So Tim is
Start failure. I think we'll move on to the next robot.
moving on already, giving up already. So Tim cycled the start lights there to see if anybody was home. Nobody was home. Therefore, we're going to move straight on to the next robot, which means I've got to do some really quick faffery, and I don't have to pad as much, which is nice. So next up, an old friend of ours from the previous series. It is I Have 5 from San Jose. Did really well last series, got through to the eliminators. Think they had a bit of a tricky eliminator. I can't remember if they got their robot switched off or something happened and it didn't quite work out for them, but were really solid in the heats and the lead up to racing. And also Fortran Coda, big shout out to the Fortran Massive. So obviously I'm cheering for I Have 5 because next robot started. I'm still doing spinny view. So we are good to go, I think. Or is that... Did you mean start 2 minutes or has started moving?
I mean, started the 2 minutes timer.
There you go, see. I'm not used to this radio thing. I don't know how any of the radios go. Okay, so we can see the little red light has come underneath I Have 5 there to indicate their colour choice. I believe it was red on the list. Yes, this is all new to me, because last year we had little panels on the bottom that were coloured, so when they flipped over I could tell what colour the robots were and what racer they were. But this year, like I said, we've got the LEDs that really light up the track and show which race is which. So this is looking pretty good for I Have 5. They were very strong last year. Their eliminators, like I said, I think they were just a bit unlucky. I don't think there were any major problems. Maybe the robot was switched off. I haven't actually checked back. I'm very unprepared for today. As you may tell from my fluffing and stuttering and pressing of all of the wrong buttons. But by the time we go racing for real, I will know for proper how we're doing. So, yeah. And I won't have a radio either. Tim will be here shouting things at me, which is far better. I feel like I've got a lot to concentrate on tonight, which is very difficult. So, we must be getting close to the 2 minutes now. I have fear for opening up a Firefox session to get the dates up. But let's see. Because I can then tell you exactly when we're starting. Let's see. So, Monday the 8th of May is the first race date we've got written down. And that week we'll run heats 1 through 6 on 3 separate nights. So on May the 8th, Wednesday May 10th, and Thursday 11th of May. Okay, please start the robot. It's very confusing having lots of things to do. I feel a bit broken up tonight. We'll see how we go. So I Have 5 here, sitting, waiting to go on the track, ready to go. Let's see if they'll get out the blocks okay. Oh no, is that 2 non-starters? Oh no, I Have 5. Oh no. Tim is going to be changing those lids with so much speed right now. Is that that's a second non-starter? What a shame. Oh, that's devastating. Really was hoping that I Have 5 would have got away okay. I think that is Aaron coming to retrieve the robot. Double check. Is that it? Are we done? I think that's gone. Okay, I'm going to do the sponsors message, so just take your time with the lids. So it's a little bit broken up tonight, like I said, because I'm having to talk backwards and forwards, and it feels a bit unprofessional, and I'm losing my flow, but that's what we're here for, right? So, we wouldn't be here without lovely help from our Kickstarter backers, from the first Kickstarter and the second Kickstarter recently. It's helped us get some new cameras and some new equipment, so that's really good. So first up, Blogtrotter, making your RSS feed a piece of cake, which is what I learned that whilst we were out. That's a piece of cake. It's an RSS feed. It's amazing. Their service is brilliant. Go and check out Blogtrotter. They are awesome for RSS feed aggregation services. IQ Audio. If you want to do anything audio based with a Raspberry Pi, get onto these guys. They have some amazing add-on boards for the Raspberry Pi. Our good friends Mod My Pi from the lovely Kent down in the UK. Hi Jacob, hi Dave, hi team. We went out with them at the Pi Wars. It was amazing, really good night out. Hello Hannah and Tristan, Hot Packers, our friends from Canterbury. Hannah, hope you're healing up all right. She fell down in January and broke her ankle, so it's been a long road to recovery, but I hope you're feeling better. Next up, SOS Solutions, a shop in Holland. There's Aaron just interrupting my sponsor's message. SOS Solutions, shop in Holland that stock all sorts of Raspberry Pi add-on boards and Raspberry Pi bits and pieces. Go and check them out. And if you'd like to sponsor us, drop us a message, info@formulapi.com, or tweet us at formulapi_, and we will be happy to help you out with sponsorship. Or if you want to get involved in racing, drop us an email, and we can give you a lovely robot to race around, and hopefully it'll work. I can't believe we've had 2 non-starters. That is such a shame. I am so sad for that. So I'm going to flick over my thing, do my thing. Got so many things to do here. Oh, next up, you can see who's waiting here now. We have the reigning Formula Pi champions. Here is Team Enigma from Brentwood in Essex. Last year, they absolutely smashed the final. They were streets ahead of everyone else, and while everyone else was crashing and in a heap and, well, not on fire quite, but, you know, just crashed around, Enigma just sailed past them all. And we almost thought they weren't going to complete it because they crashed into another robot, and it was so close at the end. Sorry, spoiler alert, I've completely ruined last series of Formula Pi. Should have warned you. Here they are, Enigma, our reigning champions, who've come up into the Monster Ball class this year with the number 1 plate, and rightly so. So, hopefully, Enigma will get away, and Tim won't have to, at the speed of light, change the lids. I can see he's panicking. Look at his little hands going 100 miles an hour in the back there, just above the Dexter Industries logo. He is panicking and probably changing things at 100 miles an hour. So feel for him, because we only have 2, like I said, we only have 2 robots at the moment. We are still waiting for a delivery on some extra motors, so we can build up the kits and get our Kickstarter sent out, because we're getting close to the deadline for that. So hopefully they'll be out with you soon. Really hoping they'll be done soon. So let's see how we're doing. So we can see they've got a yellow light underneath them. Would have been nice if we could have toned the light with the lid. I'll be having words with the admin about that, because it would have been really nice to have sort of a tonal colour scheme there. So Aaron is just going to check the robot. Oh, he switched it on. I thought we had switched it on. Oh, see now. I don't know what's happening. I'm now lost. Talk amongst yourselves. I feel like I'm a bit lost tonight. I said this earlier on. I've not got my usual stuff in front of me. I've got extra things to do, and I'm a bit panicky because I've not got my usual prep. So it's all a little bit by the seat of my pants tonight. And I'm not quite sure what's going on. I can hear movement upstairs. I'm hoping that Aaron will radio down. If not, I'll have to radio up. Who knows? Let's see how we go. Just looking around to see what's going on. Anything exciting happening? Is everybody having their dinners? I'm quite hungry now. I feel like I need my dinner. Quite hungry. Anyone, tweet me pictures of what you're having for dinner. I am really hungry right now. I just had a donut. You may have seen on Twitter I posted a picture of a donut earlier on. That was really nice. Hopefully everything's okay upstairs. I'm just going to radio and double check. Have we had 2 minutes? Oh, it's all very quiet.
We have. We're not sure whether we have a problem at the minute.
Ooh. The plot thickens. So you heard Tim say that we might have a problem. So I'm going to have to feverishly pad. Luckily, I've been primed with lots of exciting things to show you. For those who don't know what Formula Pi is, here's Tim, fresh from the track upstairs. He's looking at me.
Right, we have 4 robots which appear not to have started.
Okay, so we might have to go back.
So I think what we might do is if we can pause transmission for, say, 30 minutes,
Half an hour and we'll be back.
and we'll investigate what's going on.
So there we go. Hot off the press. The last 3 robots that failed to start, we're going to investigate what's happening. We think there might be a problem. Tim is already pulling things apart. So we're going to pause the feed for now, and then we'll be back in about half an hour's time with the rest of the testing. And we probably will go back to... Let's have a look. Who are we at? The Halo Goodalls went. I Have 5 was the first one to fail. So we'll probably go back to I Have 5, I imagine, and we'll test from there. But we will keep you posted. We will start the live feed again when we are ready to go. So please bear with us. And we'll be back shortly. How do I pause it? Can I pause it? Let's see. I'm going to go on to mute, and so we'll speak to you guys later. Take it easy. Well, hello everyone, we're back. Sorry for that slight delay. We think we might have had a problem with some of the permissions of the files that were set inside the OS that people returned to us, and it meant that it couldn't actually drive the robot, which is probably our fault, so we do apologise for that, but that's what testing's for. It's for us to sort out any problems and for you guys to learn about problems and see how things are going. So, that is Aaron letting me know that we're going to retest Robot 70, Robot 1 and Robot 27 in that order. So that is the mystery robot number 70, who I have no information on and don't know who you are. Please tell us who you are. Robot number 1, which is Enigma, our champions from last year, and robot number 27, which is I Have 5. So I'm going to do the spin view again, just to remind everyone who we're talking about. And this is probably going to go horribly wrong now, as quite a lot of things have gone tonight. Let me see if I can boot it up and get it started. So, here we go. Spin view. Again, it's Enigma still. I haven't saved my file. Oh no. So, I'm going to kill that off. Sorry. Oh god, everyone, this is horrible. So sorry, everyone. There we go. Now I should have it right. There we go. So, here we are. Mystery team number 70 are going to be next up to run. Like we said, we think it was a permissions problem from our end. We're fairly convinced of that now, so we've had a quick panic fix of the code for this particular robot. So we're going to run it again, but please get in touch with us, info@formulapi.com. Let us know who you are, because I don't know, and I have nothing to say about you, positive or negative. Well, negative that you haven't filled in a form, but positive because you've not really done much so far, other than sit there because of our mistake. So, hopefully, from the second time of asking, number 70 will get away without any issue. We're good. I've now also got the chat working, so I can actually see you all. Hello everybody. Hello Ubuntu guy who I was chatting from the Autologic team. I saw your messages. For some reason I didn't have the chat working properly and it was blank for me. It was as if nobody was talking to me and I was so sad. I was like, oh man, we've moved here, we moved to YouTube and now nobody's watching us. I thought it'd be the opposite. I thought we'd have more people tuning in. But now I can see you. There we go. So I've just heard from Aaron that we're good to go with Robot 70, the mystery robot. So I'm going to radio up and let him know that we're good to go. So start the light sequence, please, Aaron. So, hopefully now, for the second time of asking, fingers crossed, everything is okay. Robot 70 is going to get away okay. Yes! See, we fixed everything! Everything's fine! Nothing's on fire, which is the good news. So there we go. Robot number 70. Oh, very wide line there. Cool. Actually, these are quite scary when they go into the barriers. Oh, have we lost him? Oh, no, it's around the outside. Oh, very wide line. But is that for speed? Slingshotting around the opponents? 18.5 for the first lap there. That's a pretty respectable time. It's good now. That's not too bad. I think we have a 17.1 from the Halo Goodalls who are up first. So that's what we're looking at now. We're looking for similar splits. Let's see how we go. See if we can get under 18. Oh, 18.9. See, there's quite wide lines here. I don't know if that's the speed. Oh, actually, that was quite a tight turn then. What was I saying? I'm talking complete rubbish. What did I know about robots? Clearly nothing. 18.9 for the second lap. That's pretty respectable. So, still quite wide lines, but that might serve you well in racing, you know, because last year we saw a lot of people were crashing on the racing lines, flipping over or getting tangled up with other people. So if you're on the outside and you're kind of away from trouble, this might be good for you, you know. This is an interesting strategy. Robot 70, you are a mystery. If you're online and you're watching now, please pop in the chat, introduce yourself, say hi. It'd be really nice to know who I'm talking about, because, you know, it would be nice for everyone to know how awesome you are for choosing to enter this amazing competition, clearly. So looking good sometimes. 18.9, so pretty consistent times. Really rapid. That's 19 seconds, so slowing off the pace a little bit. But still, very respectable times. So the Halo Goodalls have got kind of, if anybody's winning practice, I think the Halo Goodalls are probably winning it for the Monster Borgs. It's looking pretty solid here. Let's see how we go. This must be the last lap now. It must be coming close to 2 minutes now. I'm expecting Aaron to jump on the radio any second to tell me to stop things. It's looking pretty good.
Robot 70, time is up.
There we go. So that's it. Robot 70. You've had your lot. Thank you very much. It was good times there. So we're looking at about 18.5 seconds maybe on average. That's pretty good. A little bit slower than the first robot we saw. But that's really nice. Good times. So I can see somebody in the chat, M1240. I've just had chicken korma. I am well jealous. I am so hungry right now. I had a Krispy Kreme donut before we kicked off. And yeah, I am now pretty ravished. So I think we're going to run these 2 more robots. And then I might go for a curry. Now you've said that, I want a curry. So I am waiting for Aaron to say he started the timer.
Robot is powered.
Is this Enigma?
Yes, it's Enigma Team 1.
Okay, so see, I have to do a bit of jiggery pokery here with my old spinny thing, because I mean, we had this last series. I've been given Notepad++ because I found Vi so horribly complicated last time to use, because I'm an Emacs user and I can't cope with anything that's not got like a keyboard that looks something like a church organ, and Vi is just like confuses the hell out of me. So with the spin view, hopefully this will show the right people. Yay! See, I've got the hang of it. Notepad++, I'm fine. Look at the state of that. It's all good. I know exactly how to copy and paste in that. It's all good. So, Enigma, back again. Brentwood Essex, they were our champions last year, hence why they are rocking the number 1 plate. So we all know how awesome they were last year. They ran away with the contest. They hold the lap record in the Yeti Borgs, which is around the 24-second mark, which is pretty rapid. It was amazing watching them smash that lap out. Fastest Yeti Borg round the track. So looking tonight for possibly another fastest lap. Let's see if we can make it 2 for 2 and see if you can get out of the blocks and just smash a fastest lap straight away. So we're looking at 17:17 as the fastest lap so far tonight. That was the Halo Goodalls, the first time they came out. So let's see how Enigma does. I'm waiting for Aaron to radio and let me know how things are going. And then we'll get underway. I need to reset the timer. I have so many things to do. It's so complicated this time round. I'm so sorry for being a bit fluffy and kind of all over the place. But, yeah, I've got lots of buttons in front of me. And, you may have seen me in the break. I did come out and I waved some signs at people. So hello everyone who may have seen me in the live feed. That's the first time I've ever been on Formula Pi, like properly physically. Obviously I'm like this omnipresent voice.
We are ready for the start line.
Well, there we go. And I can now be the omnipotent voice that tells Enigma to start. So, start the light sequence, please. And we're off. Enigma now, for the second time of asking. Let's see how they do. No false starts. Fingers crossed for no false starts. Red, green. They've gone backwards. That's not what I expected. They flipped over, and they're reversing. So, that's an unusual strategy. Wasn't expecting that. It appears to be upside down. Adam from Team Enigma, I know you will probably be watching. We are unsure as to whether this is our fault or possibly something in your code, but I think there's something might be in the water there. Oh, right, well, now, okay. Going backwards. So this is reminiscent of Fast Alien from the last series, who spent all of their time going round backwards and caused quite a lot of controversy by going round backwards and reversing into other competitors, switching people off and causing lots of trouble. But now the cameras appear to have completely lost Enigma. I have no idea what's going on. I'm completely blind down here with my little radio in my brick. I've no idea what's going on. So, Team Enigma, shout out to our champions from last year. What's happening? Is everything okay? I kind of want to send us a message saying, "Are you okay, hun?" It's not looking good. I'm gonna radio up for an update. Let's see. So, what's occurring? Oh, the cameras have changed.
Based on what we saw, he looks like he's doing the same as Fast Alien. He's probably got the camera flipped in the code by mistake.
Okay, so that's pretty much what I just said. I think Aaron is confirming that. The camera might be flipped in your code. So, this is what testing's for, right? And you're doing this now because it's testing.
That's his 2 minutes are up now.
Okay, so we're calling that a day. That is 2 minutes up for Team Enigma. Adam, team, let's go. we can fix this. You had some smashing times last year, absolutely brilliant, and went from not starting in their first race to winning the series. So we know you've got this. So we'll see you next week for testing again. So I'm going to wait until Aaron's finished walking on the track and placing the final robot for tonight. So back to me Notepad++. So technical. Let's click up the spin view, see how we're doing for the last robot tonight.
27 is now powered.
So there is Aaron confirming that Robot 27, I have 5, is powered up and ready to go. The team from San Jose in America, hello. Fortran coder, they list their experience as, yes. As we established last series, Fortran is my favouriteest language. It's what I code in every day. So I have 5, they're my team, they're the ones I'm rooting for. Because obviously Fortran's the best language in the world, right? It's so loud and noisy and capital lock. I love it. It's what I do for my day job, so I can appreciate how awesome you are. So I have 5, did really well last year, got through to the eliminators, and I think they were just a little bit unlucky, really. I don't think there was anything wrong with their strategy or the coding they'd done. They were really good, and I think they were just unlucky on the day. So, for the second time of asking, let's see how I have 5 go. I'll wait for Aaron to radio to tell me that they are ready to go and they've had their 2 minutes. I've reset the timer. So I've got 2 keyboards, a laptop, 2 screens, a radio, mobile phone, everything. So many things to look after today. Hopefully, it won't be busy. Stephen Swindley, Fortran, what's that, cheeky? Fortran's the best language in the world. We all know that. And anyway, it's capital letters. You have to shout it all the time. Best language ever. You know that. Everyone knows that. Clearly. I've just joined a new online coding community called Dev2. If you're into kind of friendly community-based programming stuff, dev.2, go and check them out. They're really awesome. And I seem to be one of the only Fortran programmers on there. And I was asked to write some articles on it. So I might have to bore you to death with all of my Fortran knowledge, which shouldn't take too long, maybe 100 words. And then you can all know about how awesome it is and how brilliant it is, because it's brilliant. I'm probably going to install it on a Pi when I get a chance.
We are ready for the start line.
There we go. I have 5 ready to go on the start line. I can see Mark B from I have 5 years in the chat. Hello, Mark B. You are good to go. We're actually setting you off now. So, do the start light sequence, please. So that's me on the old radio. I can hear it in my headphones. Does it kind of work for everyone else? And green light, red light, green light, and we go. Yes, we're off. Yes, brilliant. Okay, so we're doing all right now. Now we've got a few robots going, I'm feeling a little bit more settled. I'm not as anxious as I was. I was getting a bit nervous then. And here we go. So I have 5 coming out to complete their first Monster Borg lap. This is looking like a good lap. So how have we got here? Oh, we stopped. And we're reversing. Oh, it was going so well. Oh, I don't know what's happened. That was a really good first lap. That was looking solid. And we're off. There we go, 36 seconds. Okay, so possibly a slightly slow lap time, but that's because of the faffing about in the headbanger corner. Hopefully now we'll get away smoothly. I don't know what that was about in the last corner. Oh, we keep stopping. It's not a problem with the feed because the timer's still going. See, that makes me panic because I think, oh god, is YouTube broken? No, it's not broken, it's fine. But there seems to be a few problems here. This is not looking good for I have 5. Like I said, I did so well in the last series, got through to the eliminators, and were just unlucky on the day. But this is really tricky. Oh, nice pirouette though. 10 out of 10 for style on that front. That was great. I like that. Bit more aggressive. I actually could hear that happen upstairs before I saw the feed because I'm a little bit delayed. That was really good. I could hear the bang and I thought, what's that? It's a lot louder than last year. I'm hoping you guys can actually hear it because then you kind of know when crashes are coming too. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, it seems to be going. I seem to stop. I wonder what that stop is. Very bizarre. That's almost identical behaviour to the previous lap. That's really interesting. I wonder what's causing this. So George is in the chat. Good evening from Team Las Paras del Infierno, who I think will run tomorrow night now, just incidentally. Do Monster Borgs go worse when upside down? Tim hasn't told me whether they go worse when upside down.
Robot 27 has had 2 minutes.
Well, that's it, and that's it for I Have 5. So that's their laps done, and really need to investigate that. As you can see, Aaron actually has to run to catch up these robots, rather than before where they were quite easy to kind of herd. Monster Borgs are a little bit more dangerous. I'm really excited for when we get 5 of these on the track. I can't tell you how much fun that's going to be. So George, do robots go better when upside down? Not sure. We'll ask Tim. We'll double check and let you guys know. And Ubuntu guy, who is Gareth from the first team who went, Autologic, said their laps look nothing like they did in the simulator. Interesting stuff. Yeah, very interesting. Would really like to know what you think. Let us know over email and give us a shout out and see how it goes. Stephen Swindley's just messaged saying, in the simulator my code seemed to oversteer coming out of the last corner. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I will bear that in mind because I think, if I check my list of who's coming, possibly second up tomorrow night if we keep running on the same order. So I think, yeah, second up tomorrow night. Mark B said it did just as I was expecting. Excellent. Good news. So a mixed bag of people reviewing the simulator. So, yeah, sorry for the little hiccups tonight. Really hoping that tomorrow night things will be a little bit better. We're going to examine everyone's code, double check everything went okay, and we're going to see what went wrong. So you might even notice we've got some different cameras as well. So we've got all these fancy pants new angles now this year. If I change the number pad, does that change the camera?
Yeah.
Tim's going to cycle through them and show you. So we've got like the original corner view, which is nice, you know, S's, which we recognise from last year. Top corner view, which is nice. Start a headbanger. You see the way coming out the S's, and then up the straight. They're the ones we had last year, and then the new camera angles. Ooh, the low one that we saw a little earlier on with the nice cornering from people coming into the headbanger corner, and then the overview of the track where I came and waved a sign earlier on. Go back in the thing and see if you can spot me. It's like, where's Wally? Very easy to spot. I'm the idiot with the signs. So that's it. I think for tonight we're going to call it a night. We will be back tomorrow night. I will launch a new live feed event. I will tweet it out, and it will be available on a YouTube account. Oh god, my words are a mess tonight. It's because I had that donut. It threw me. I've had that donut and it's put me off. I really want a korma now, by the way. Whoever suggested that, I want that so badly. Me and Timmy are going to go and get a curry now. I'm going to force him. Tim's not objecting.
Thank you, whoever did that.
Whoever suggested curry, yeah. I think that was Swinder's son, possibly. Yeah, and I see you saying, sorry, what's Fortran? I will be so biased tomorrow night, but watch yourself. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow night. We'll do it again, 6 o'clock. Like I say, I'll set up a feed now, and we'll get this out. So thank you very much for your patience with us tonight. You know, what can I say? I think we recovered quite gracefully. Well done, everyone. Pats on the back all round. So now I've got to learn how to kill the feed. This is it's a whole learning experience. Although it says stop streaming, there's a big red button and everything. Right, I'm going to hit that button. So until tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, British summertime. So minus whatever or plus whatever, wherever you are. We'll put a feed up. So hopefully you'll be able to see that soon. So thank you very much, everyone. And see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye for now.